This is the World Development System's resonance key.
Yeah, we call it the RK because plasma, because it's another plasma device inside here, made with the same technique that I mentioned earlier on, which is, a high voltage across a crystal lattice, which aligns everything into a certain line by the 50,000 volts that we just shoved through it.
Wow.
And then we program it, of course. So not only is it just an electrical process, it's it's a proprietary type of program that we use in this device. So this little device here then it can have many programs, but initially it's designed for personal development. So it's a personal development device. That's its sole purpose. And when I mean personal development, what I mean is that you would hold the device. I mean, you could switch it on. You can see a little light comes on. The light goes off because we don't want it to drain the battery. So this is just like a little battery check, really. And you would just hold this device. Now, the idea is you go onto your mobile phone, your tablet, your PC, and up to our website, where this is where it resides, and you would change the program via the website.
So, for example, give me an example of how I might, what I might ask.
So there's on the website there is 12 programs for this personal development device. The first program, which is the one you experienced a few years ago, is a program that is pretty automatic. So wherever you put your consciousness, this device will zoom into that place and starts to offer balancing for the thing that you're thinking. Now, you don't have to actually put it on the knee. You can hold it here, but think about the knee.
So I could, for example, think I visualize my knee operating at the optimum function.
You don't even have to do that.
It doesn't have to be as specific.
No, you
as
can
that.
just think of,
focus on the knee.
Where's my pain?
Yeah.
There's my pain. Okay. So just focus on the pain, and you'll feel an instantaneous movement in energy as this thing starts to. I don't know which program it's running. I don't think it's running number one.
It's not running that one. Okay.
But it is running a program.
Right. And so how can I, if I have this device, how can I look up what program it's running then?
Because...
is there a code or something that identifies my device?
Yes, they're all uniquely registered on the system.
Aha.
So once you've purchased one of the units, there is a registration card with various different GUIDs and serial numbers which you have to type in. And once you've typed it in, every time you push the icon to go on to our site, then it knows who you are.
It will recognize you.
And you have the ability to choose these different programs, such as programs for removing the blockages to awakening. So we're into personal development here. This is a really handy little tool.
Right.
You can put it in your pocket, albeit a big pocket, because it's quite large. But it's for helping you break through those issues that stop you moving along that awakening path, whatever path you're on.
So your personal evolution. Whatever's preventing you from the optimum path in your personal evolution. This can be an interventive process to support that optimum evolutionary path.
That's right. And in particular, it helps dissolve the duality between two things. So if you've got an issue, for instance, that is plaguing you, that is almost impossible to get through, the way I look at it is that if we think of any subject, an issue that's bothering us, can we feel love when we look at that issue? And usually the answer is always absolutely no, because the issue might be, an ex-partner or an ex-lover or the bank manager, the horrible neighbour next door. When we look at those people or situations, can we honestly feel love when we're looking at them? And the answer is usually no. But when we look out into the garden, or we look at a little dog or a baby smiling, we can connect to love more easily. It's just like, oh yeah, and you've connected to them. When you think of the past experience and trauma, ooh, no, you can't. So this comes along and it will, in analogy terms, it drill a hole in that issue, and the light of, you know, the divine on the other side of that issue will be looking back through that hole. And as you start to work with this personal issue, then the hole gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then finally it just disappears.
Wow.
And then when you think of that issue again after it's all healed, you can actually feel love of the divine, and there's no blockage in the way. So that's the sort of thing that this program does. That's just one program.
I just had the image of the issue with the gnarly neighbor. This drills a hole and you can see the puppy dog behind.
Well, yes, okay. It's a good analogy. And there's another fantastic program in there for embracing current challenges. As a brilliant program, and it literally takes 3 to 5 minutes when you run it. So you think of a challenge that's that you've got, you know, right now. You think of a challenge. You think, oh no, you know, that's just such a big problem. I don't know how to get through it. and you give it a number between 1 and 10. 10 being a horrible problem, and you just don't know how to work with this. You run the program, and you'll find that within 3 to 5 minutes, that the number that you assign to this horrible thing, you know, maximum is 10, you'd find that that number comes down and down and down and down and down and down and down until that challenge is no longer there. Now, when we examine that challenge, the problem is still there, but how we feel about the problem is completely and utterly changed, and it's doable. You know, we have people saying, well, actually, the problem's still there, but do you know what, I can just do this now.
Wow. So how many diverse programs are available on the website?
There's currently just 12 in there.
And so we can actually have the list, and we'll scroll through those so you can see what options are available connected to the resonance key.
Yes, indeed.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.